The Rason Economic and Trade Zone of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea is considered as an ideal region for investment. In October 1991, the UN Development Program worked out a plan of the development of the River Tuman region involving the DPRK, China, Russia, Mongolia, and South Korea, and is promoting the economic development of the Rason Economic and Trade Zone. It is drawing attention of investors. Rason Zone is in the center of Northeast Asia, lying between Korea and China and Russia, divided by the River Tuman rising in Mount Baekdu. Covering an area of 460.4 square kilometers, the zone is one of large economic and trade zones in the world. The zone has 10 rivers, many lakes and reservoirs, which can supply sufficient amount of water needed for industrial development and life of the inhabitants. Clean natural environment without pollution has been well preserved in the zone. Founding the Economic and Trade Zone on December 28, 1991, the DPRK government guaranteed non-interference and provided judicial guarantee of investment. Foreign investors are allowed to freely choose the way of investment and management, and foreigners' independent business is allowed. It can be considered as a gate and shortcut linking the continent with sea. The sea is open to the Japanese, South Korean and North American markets, and railways and roads lead to China, Russia and European countries. Here are some interesting facts. Russian freights can come to Rason port from the border without changing wagons. In case of transport of freights from Jilin of China, the road is only a quarter, and the sea route is a half that in case of transport through Dalian. In case of travel by train from Niigata of Japan to Hamburg through Rason, the distance is less than a half, and the time is only a third in case of travel by ship. The ports of Rason do not freeze even in winter, so that they can be used throughout the year. The Rason region has a lot of fish, edible mountain herbs, timber, brown coal, minerals and other natural resources, which are favorable for manufacturing industry. Labor force is cheap, and many people have knowledge of higher education. The UN Development Program and the UN Industrial Development Organization run the Rason Business School and Business Information Center to train personnel necessary for business activities in the Rason Zone. The population of Rason will increase to 1 million and more in the future. As to the development of the zone, Kim Soo-yeol, chairman of the Rason City People's Committee, says,
우리가 지대개발을 선포한 지는 10여 년이 되었지만 실제로 지대개발을 시작한 것은 1996년 9월 국제토론회 이후라고 볼 수 있습니다. 우리는 지대개발 전략에 따라 중개무역, 가공수출, 관광업에서 많은 전진을 가져왔습니다. 1996년에 비해 2003년에는 거의 3배의 장성을 가져왔습니다. 우리 지대개발은 시작에 불과합니다. 라선 지대개발에 대한 국가의 정책에는 변함이 없습니다. 나는 지대개발 전망에 대하여 낙관을 가지고 있습니다.
Since the declaration of the Rason Economic and Trade Zone, investors of China, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Australia, Singapore, Thailand, Russia, and other countries invested in transit trade, bonded processing export, communication and tourism. At present, transit freight transport through Rason port is brisk in the zone by some transit trading companies, including the Yangtze Haintung Group and the Gyeongbong Trading Company. The Roxley Company of Thailand established a Northeast Asian telephone communication company and is fulfilling domestic and international telecommunication tasks in the Rason zone. The Rason zone has built Cheolju Reservoir with a capacity of 20 million cubic meters by investing 15 million euros to settle the problem of water for industrial and living use. Bonded processing trade is favorable in the Rason zone. The Taehong Trading Company established a modern seafood processing base with an area of 12,000 square meters. Now it is exporting to international markets different kinds of processed seafoods, including crabs, sea urchins and sea cucumbers, special products of Rajin. The Rason Industrial Company is getting orders for clothes of different kinds from tens of companies of different countries. Products of the newly built tobacco factories are exported to markets at home and abroad. The Rason zone has favorable conditions for lumber processing. The Rason Furniture Assembly Company brings lumber from the Far East of Russia and manufactures different kinds of furniture for export. Different kinds of wines and medicines are produced for European and East Asian markets. Tourism is a very promising investment field in the Rason Economic and Trade Zone. The tourism is being revitalized as the days go by. More service facilities are being built at the beautiful seaside and bathing resorts. The tourists can see more than 20 kinds of rare birds. They can also see fur seals and deer. What is more interesting in the tour of the Rason zone is art performance given by children. The manager of the Emperor Group says,
我们英皇集团于5年前 确定在乔山罗新市投资1亿8千万美元去搞这个英皇娱乐酒店。到现在我们已经投入了大概7000万美元。到目前来说，我们对那个在罗新市这个经营还是相当之满意。我特别要提出来的就是乔山政府呢，对那个外籍企业，提供一个很好的那个环境。 所以呢，这个投资那个气氛呢越来越好，我可以说，在乔山，作为投资者来说，是绝对一个不错的选择。
Rason is a fascinating economic and trade zone for investors. There is a saying that those who miss a chance will always regret. The chance of investment in the Rason economic and trade zone is waiting for you.